Our company is Shirt Tea. I'm Sam Kogan. I'm the CCO. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Todd Lazarus, CTO, and I'm a junior. And then Ethan Park is the third member of our team, but he's in Korea right now.
So our product is party on the inside, business on the outside.
So we'll pass out the samples now. It's basically, it's an innovative T-shirt that's a collar on the top and a T-shirt on the bottom to minimize the heat and discomfort of a normal collared T-shirt.
You have one kind, Doug.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry. Wow. Look at my size.
Got an extra one.
So our problem that we discovered was wearing a sweater over a collared T-shirt is very uncomfortable, and it gets hot wearing multiple layers. And also, most people just don't like dressing up unless you have a job that requires it or you go to temple, church, different religious events.
Better passing them. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
So our shirt is an innovative 2-in-1 collared T-shirt designed to minimize the struggle of wearing a dress shirt and maximize the comfort. So this is what it looks like with it on without a sweater, and then that's what it looks like on.
So our target market that we discovered were business professionals, male or female, 20 to 50, high school, college students, male or female, 14 to 22, and then children going to different religious events or dressing up because it's a little bit easier, 6 to 13.
And then also possible target markets are teacher and staff, male or female, 25 to 60. And also with people with disabilities, male or female, 6 to 50. I actually have a sister with Down syndrome, and she complains a lot about dressing up, and a bunch of her friends have trouble buttoning stuff, so it would actually be a very helpful product for them.
So the competitors that we've discovered are the skinny shirt, which we have an example of.
This is
So basically, it's a female focus, which is a little bit different than our product, and it's $60 to $90, which makes it more expensive. And then the Dickie, which is $8, although it's unattached and moves around. And then our product, which the price is $25, and it's attached, so it doesn't move around as much, and it's low price. So the Dickie and the skinny shirt both don't have those features.
My mom was actually the owner of that skinny shirt, and she wore it once and never wore it again because she said it was uncomfortable and it was too tight. And then I gave her one of our shirts, and she actually really likes it. So our solution interviews are from people who past purchased it, and after 2 years ago, when they purchased it, 72% of the people still wear their shirt.
So also, we have a little bit of a backstory. Sam created this company a couple years ago, but we never followed through with it. And then we've kind of reinvented the company a little bit this year.
And people wear it to work, religious event, anytime wearing a sweater, casual social events, or when they go out to dinner.
So testimonials from customers that we emailed they said that they like wearing it under a sweater. It's less hot and bulky. Convenience and comfort, it's really quick, and it's easy to get dressed in the morning. It's a great concept, and they like having a lighter option instead of a full shirt. And then teachers said that it was a wonderful idea, very unique.
So we actually right now have 40 shirts sold. So the way we want to do it is either from producer to website to customer, or from the producer to us to clothing retail stores to customers. We'd much rather do this because it would increase our profit margins.
So right now, market tactics to keep to get our customers, social media and just word of mouth through different people. To keep the customers, obviously our customer service and different deals throughout the year, maybe via email to send out to the customers. And then to grow through different products, we have eventually a few different products, possibly an attached sweater or a suit that has a longer button-down shirt.
So our cost right now, the collars cost 69 cents, the t-shirt cost $1.59, and the sewing's $5. So our total cost is $7.28, and we can get the sewing down a lot more once we start creating more, and we sell the shirt for $25.
Yeah. Right now we actually have a seamstress that we hired, but eventually to mass produce them, we'll be able to get them a lot cheaper for the sewing.
So our total addressable market is $7,700,000,000, and that's the entire U.S. population age 6 to 65. And then we did the Illinois population 6 to 65, and that's around 73 million, and that's business professionals and people who attend church. And then our Northbrook and Glenview population 6 to 65 would be 3,161,000.
So our goals within the next couple months are to visit craft shows, which are taking place in the holidays right now, to try and get some traction in sales. So these are a few of the examples of craft sales that we're potentially looking at. The Grays Lake Festival Arts and Craft Show, and then the Northbrook Sidewalk Sale that we actually took part in a couple of years ago when Sam's created the product and got some sales through that.
And then we're also thinking about going through churches and our temples, and then we're doing flyers, and we're trying to sell to the GBN staff, and we're trying to focus on direct sales.
So what we're asking for right now is $300 because it's about $100 to $150 per craft show, and then we're trying to produce 20 shirts, and the cost of that would be $150. But right now we're just trying to sell them through craft shows and different word of mouth sales, so we won't have any cost for shipping or distribution.
And then this is our BMC, which you actually have under the flyer. Just our problems, our solution, innovative shirt that contains a dress collar and attached to an undershirt. Our only cost would be shirt production, material, website costs, and admin costs. We're trying to sell through our website, Amazon directly, and our customer segment, our early adopters would be kids who attend religious events like church, and business professionals who don't need to wear suits, and but they still need to get dressed up.
So the risk we've discovered so far is the patent risk, because we're looking into a design patent for it, but we're just trying to figure out through tests and different product interviews if it really works and people find it useful and helpful.
Our next steps are finding a better manufacturer, trying to get our sewing costs down, on the website, getting more, and trying to create more shirts, and trying to get a patent.
Great job.
Yeah, super job.
I've got a couple questions. Two questions that are a little bit separate. One is for the 20 shirts that you want to produce for your MVP. Which are they going to be for men, and what sizes, and how are you going to, like, I think this one I'm holding is like an extra large, and so is there a target audience that, you know, like, is it an extra large a better?
The most sizes
Target
I have
for you, or-
sold are larges and extra larges.
Okay.
So I would for sure try to make more of those. The small and mediums, I've actually probably sold 5 out of the 40 were that size,
Okay.
so it's really not that much. So we probably wouldn't produce as much. of
Also,
those.
as of right now, they're made to order. So if someone asks for a medium or a kid small, we can produce that shirt.
Okay, so for your MVP, are you making them in advance, or?
We are going to try to make them advance
Okay.
and change it.
Okay,
Eventually, when we can. Get
okay,
the
and they'll
version.
be for men?
Yeah, we're trying to go with men first because it's kind of harder and more expensive to find shirts,
Yeah,
t-shirts for females that we did our research on.
yeah, that makes sense. And then, the other question that I have is, how do you care for them? Are they, like, is this sort of like machine washable?
It is
or
machine
like, you
washable.
know, because like a lot of the men's shirts, they, you know, have a certain, you know, look to ensure that they're, you know, nicely pressed and, you know, and so on, so,
It's machine washable, but you are able to iron the top part. It's just care like a normal shirt.
okay, great.
I have a question on your ask. Can you go back to that slide? I see that you're asking money for the craft show and the inventory. Do you need money for a website for the MVP, and do you need money for any advertising?
Right now, we're going to try to just stick with direct sales and word of mouth. We think it is hard to sell online because where I get these collars, you can only get like one of each color, and putting that online would take a lot of work and it'd be a lot harder to sell.
Eventually, when we can mass produce them with like multiple of every color and size, it'll be easier to create an online website though.
Really great job, great idea. Why did you guys start the business and then put it on hold? I mean, what was the?
I started it in 8th grade, and I kind of just lost interest of it, and you know, I really got into golf, and like I was starting high school and stuff, so I didn't really want to kind of like focus on it, so I kind of took it off, and then we actually had another idea before this. It was a tennis grip, and then it was kind of not working out so well, so I brought up that I actually made this a few weeks before today, and we started with it.
Good to pivot. That's
Yeah,
good.
right, good pivot.
So this is unique. It's a really good presentation too. Would you say you're selling convenience or comfort?
Both, I think, because I mean it depends on the person, but for a lot of people, they get really sweaty. Like a lot of the product interviews, people are saying, like, what if I want to take it off, or I get too hot. But for a lot of people, it's just when you're wearing this, it's a lot lighter, and you don't really need, it's not necessary. And
So one thought with it is the cost for the T-shirt is, I actually don't know what a high-end T-shirt would look like, but if you're really going to sell comfort, you may look at like
More
a
expensive
more
and nicer.
expensive T-shirt.
Yeah,
than
we
a
have,
T-shirt.
we have talked about that as
Okay.
one of our next products. Maybe like make like a dry fit or like a more
Right.
techie shirt, and we're researching that actually right now.
Yeah. And maybe the non-iron, you know,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys wearing them?
Yeah.
That's great.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Both are.
See, that is
Okay.
Yeah, that
Very
deserves
good.
a-
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
perfect.
I thought it was a good presentation. One thought is, you know, maybe some of the local men's retailers, like there's one in downtown Northbrook and Black Glenview, that may be a good place to sell it as well. You
Okay.
guys that have heard the MVP, I mean, they're generally smaller scale. You could offer like your distinct, you know,
Yeah.
different types of collars and stuff like
Thank you.
that. Have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, we're gonna get in touch with a few different stores,
Okay.
but we just recently pivoted, so we haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that as an idea because I think that you might learn a lot as well when you go into a retailer too and ask them if they'll carry it. You find out if they will or if they won't, and if they won't, why not, or what would they want, or if they will carry it, what do they want. You know, you might learn a lot and get a lot of intelligence that you can put to work.
And that would be good for validation, you know, coming into the final pitch.
You may want to give out some of these shirts for testimonials.
Yeah, the MVP just went up.
Great job.